Kumasi Asante Kotoko Vrs Berekum Chelsea me bacho won MTN FA Cup semi-final game no and Emraso say e back na fi yi ma discussion no asha se anesa Daniel e wo fidie mu ha me amika say no me din ene Vincent Fogo na live from TNA Stadium me bacho wo takwa ho na MTN FA Cup semi-final no me bacho etoja nra baako edi kan etodwa eno e Golden Kicks near from the visa na Golden Kicks for abuku on ticket won room e wo final o mo twen Kotoko na Berekum Chelsea mu baako na waba na fi wo mabo final na kai hu say Golden Kicks ni ntia Hearts of Folk as at this time hu no competition a Golden Kicks ya and o mo keke Hearts of Folk out of the competition on penalties and of course and they o mo twen either Kotoko and Berekum Chelsea baako e wo final sign be call and the game ma menko na fe mi ma Daniel Akwaba ne mama ansana Dani be wura mu no o messages no fabra ma yenkenkan fa ma 0591 228584 0591 228584 e be kenkan nyina ama o jumadi so we Kotoko fan me ba cho we Berekum Chelsea fan ana mpokra no wo mpe Berekum Chelsea asem mpe Kotoko asem obeti mu message aba sign na echo ewo sa two teams na sa game we no results no ebe we saying ebe ending in penalty shootouts and as a be a straight win for each of the team and as be a Kotoko and benya win and Berekum Chelsea and benya win and free sabre confirm say no nine bobo game never live e will kasa ponye so no a discussion period 0591228584 WhatsApp messages your prediction no Dani Akwaba
I Vincent me Yusu
anyone to say
haji no me share no
I
say my na style
say nano Ghana game no
yeah
on in the buy
oh sure
memories in that so ho
and then rakra me say me share no baby pa junction be pa me say question so we don ho
na wo share no so go do
oh say me dey na me na mu him ho na kona bi a chairman be bu na me say wa by no me hu ya pa
yeah new pope.
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
Yes. Yeah.
Poplio, the 17th for now, 18th for now, 10th for now. Poplio, yeah, fantastic man.
Finally, no, I know all colleagues are very proud, and you know, it's always. Oh yes, and checking the first mass, I was celebrating. It was all about, you know, emotions and miracles. So I think colleagues are proud. Now we have a poop.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right, two football matters.
Yeah.
Division 1 side advancing to the final.
Of
what
course.
a season they are having. Wow.
Yeah, listen, so check this competition. Even the slogan for it, you know, speak very louder. And even as folk can testify from Nanya last season, and then again this season, so check how our term division use penalties as their main source of power. At the progress here to this stage, you know, so we face it ma ultimate goals, no ultimate finish games, within the first 90 minutes, attempt the visa struggle, and then we are Golden Kicks actually that power, and they didn't just qualify or eliminate Premier League side, and it tells you say not even eliminating Premier League side, team I do. Let's be specific here. And it tells you say making it to the finals, in fact they deserve to be there, and don't forget how they managed to make sure we finish game in the first half cry because and I start and cry. Then they make sure say they will get the goals to make sure that they will be advantageous. At times the visa by we're trying to at least restore parity and push the game to penalties by Amfa because Omunim say God that Trump say only playing days no missing penalties into our prepare the team to say do penalty shootout. I mean they had the team to go. And so checking the quarterfinals they eliminated. I mean I think Park Academy using penalties. So it tells you say in terms of penalties we a very good bet. You know, Golden Kicks reckless. Look, let's end everything in 90 minutes. And they did it very well. So let's open see. Obia, and I think they have really deserved to be there because eliminating Premier League side and making it gradually playing to their strength, making it to a semis and the finals. They need to be there, Vicent.
Well, this is Obia tournament and this is Obia Cup. Yes, FA Cup, the MTN FA Cup. It is no match when it comes to the big teams or the smaller teams. Of course, we have a Division 1 team in the final waiting for a Premier League side. So this season, MTN FA Cup final, it is going to be a Division 1 team against a Premier League side. So it's either Kotoko or Berekum Chelsea joining Golden Kicks in the final of this year's MTN FA Cup. We have been sponsored by Jeffers Mixture and P Capsules. Main camp for Jeffers. Eva Malfa will be a game. No, Nemum, and what's a what's our way a dear, a draw, a hunyapa, wabra, why emre, na wontimi nya adwuma yie no abre bia no ebasa na chese wo se wankasa no wonya homgenka wonya ni je kra because ye wo emma bi no mo tete memma pa se wo mre na se wontimi nya adwuma yie a abre bia de kasa dwe wasum sa bi kra ho wontena wo nchen obegya wo akọ no akọ bi fufuro ho enti adura beboa wo ama hwan den e wo mpaso no waka obati mo mpaso for a period of time so obechepa no my answer would be 3 seconds or even 30 seconds man. Ubu hoya 2 minutes man. Mr. Nyakra enya. My answer would be the horsepower. The King Kong. My answer would be the terminator, the tormentor of ladies. My answer would be my strong man. Or as any amount for Mabinum Sevu Dean Power Mufon so a giant the Ketra. Obitimi Sevu be say my fellow woman or the man ever know was even my fellow woman. Ndi call nearby my fellow woman ever. And it is one pass a wolf frey or bar would dinner about my fellow woman. That only what phone that or fry or frey my fellow woman as a one yard. What your bar? Oh, a drone draw, moving in a my man and Madame Panaso. You know who ye Juma a one passo. Obit me a Juma was in bed in a Jeffers mesh and a peak house as a druid drugstore. One sap be kabi e Ghana ha na boa ma wotimi adwuma obi so timi adwuma fifiri sam no sa ne mom ne hu so ntimi nkonko sho ba no nyensen low sperm count and adokro sa nipa no and the low sperm count no se ebe free ho na wade wo ho a nipa cho Jeffers Misha and the houses and e boa wo nipa cho oboba room drugstore bi no kwa akogibi be ma odwunso ntentem be ma odwunso a wote ya wo be ma mu be ma nipa cho usisi ya oya pa Ojunso na mo pa mienu be man sufita e free be mamu obu o se o enyam sufita obi ndi na ise cream obi di ise yellow no gono no wakwa akote be ma akote gono kona koto Jeffers mission ne pick ups nanom ene be bo ama gonorrhea ne nyina afi so oba white wall so na otiti wase eye kro wase tretre ahu enka ewo ho kona koto Jeffers mission ne pick ups nanom white nyina be free wo se one treat white ye betimi amwa wo de ne mo botokro be man hu so be so ne agu oba anida ne wo so menstrual pains menstrual cramps me ba cho menstrual disorder kona koto Jeffers mission ne pick capsules ene be boa na sane mo nyina free ho na obu nsa wo nti ya obium menstrual pain e wo ma no so pa me ba cho koto Jeffers mission ne pick capsules oba wo so ni atenka Jeffers mission ne pick capsules be mo wo atenka no aba afi oba me ba cho eduru empaso agra e ya na okikemu pa wote yawo Koto Jeffers mission pick houses na no bi na no be boa na wonso oba wanya bofra ato onai so na ya from ma ana mama Jeffers wo pa entifa ko wo bia no se munya wo e wa wade ni ma wo de monto Jeffers mission and pick houses eno ene be boa mo adu da roma ane de live game Berekum Chelsea ni Kotoko ebro from TNA Park takwa live ewo yen TV no so we a semi-final chia golden kicks ewo final no but yen share history kakra about the FA Cup title no one maji FA Cup no e ba title no ha wo hwe ladder na wo di odin kan hearts of folk e ba no Ghana nyina FA Cup de wo mo ene king kompa wo mo o he table na wo hu se bibia e kon kan ade ma hearts of folk no enti dia etiano nti swale be check ama me no dia toso na Daniel yenhwe FA Cup no enei hearts of folk enim ba Kotoko na ekona nim a wo semi final se Kotoko etimi gi this season akakra obo pia hearts of folk kakra ne sa the FA Cup title ladder na the Phobians are leading. Sure. I want to imagine do no pa. Yes, se kramu e ready on project ni manenko. Yes. So check since 1958 I started this competition. Team Bakwa were the first borns of the MTN FA Cup Kotoko. Okay. And Kotoko didn't just won the first edition. The 3 times in the rule Mumboy no Kotoko G twice. In the 3rd edition, and I said 3 times in terms of the FA Cup no Kotoko G twice of it. It tells you say about competitions Kotoko woman, it tells you say in terms of winning power, Kotoko give it to you. But after winning, I mean twice in 3 years, you know, listen. As of now we speak, the most successful team
almost 12 titles. And it tells you, say, I mean, across the folk, despite almost first edition was 1973, but after winning 1973, they have managed to get all their ways through, and currently, as we speak, almost 12 titles are Kotoko. So it tells you, say, I mean, Kumasa Asante Kotoko one famous name when it comes to the FA Cup. But listen, so check this competition now. Entire failed to Bunu-based teams, no. And so check here since 1958, no, we only saw Bechem United. And then in recent times, in Swatrama or GBA, but the back say at the moment, Bunu-based team make it to this stage, you know, you very difficult to beat because all checking last season Crampona, a Bunu derby between Swatraman and then Bofua Katano. So it tells you say Bunu team make headways from, you know, the prelims out to this stage, you know, and so now making semi-finals, yeah, making it into the finals proper and Otaya pa. But so check here, the last 5 finals, no, and I Vicent, a idea about is so key. Now the reason why it's so key is so check House of Folk dominating twice in the last 5. Now coach now use House of Folk to dominate no as a Mobodu. And as you speak, that same coach with Berekum Chelsea. So it tells you say so the coach back he's having that winning chemistry, that winning recency powers, you know, in the FA Cup. You give it to some Mobodu. But the good thing for Kotoko say they've appointed a coach who's also a winner because all check Abdul Karim Zuto, a coach Bakwa, on what you be paying with Dreams FC. And apart from winning the FA Cup, Local African, we saw what Dreams FC did under, the affairs of, Coach Karim Zuto. So the idea Bakwa is also interesting. So into 2 coaches in there, look, obey with the winning power, but just that Samuel Bodu actually say he's one coach ever since our pass in the FA Cup competition Bakwa. Or him how to win it, and I do this moment I knows how to manage the way to get the ways through. And look at how he even dominated in the quarterfinals against Bechem United. So it tells you, say, those say both coaches are winners, but as you speak, look, you have to give it to Samuel Bodu for that winning power. I know the way see that winner. Anywhere he goes, or the numbers, and he is believing, say Berekum Chelsea and him compete very well in the Premier League proper now. At least he will leave a very good legacy with the FA Cup on their radar. But so check Kotoko road through semi-finals now. They've shown say scoring goals is not their problem. And so check on your screen now. In 4 goals, and I say in 4 games they've scored 7 goals and Oma conceded 1.
Wow, 4 games.
Yes.
7 goals, 1 goal conceded.
I got it.
Wow.
In terms of goal scoring per game, no Vicent, it is averaging between 1.0 because they always show say scoring goals isn't their problem. And then again, send me winning games, Vicent, before penalty shooter Kotoko a very, very good sign in terms of the NT. Within the regulation 90 minutes, if Kotoko are managing to win games from that perspective, it tells you say from the competition since almost 30 years, especially this season, they've shown say they have that power with 3 very solid clean sheets. And it tells you say something massive for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But so check it, Berekum Chelsea on the other side. They've also shown say within 2 dynamics, they can win you within the 90 minutes, also win you in the penalty shootout. And to check here, they have won 1 game from the penalty spot. And then again, much more goals than Kotoko. Let's be specific because 12 goals against 7 there. We have to give it to, Berekum Chelsea. I'm not saying she goals. They know how to win games and they know how to win in terms of scoring high volume goals. In the way idea about very, very interesting. Then again, in terms of clean sheet, must keep it. Some 3 clean sheets are very, very key. So I think something interesting. But we are Kotoko fan. And I Berekum Chelsea fan now. This is where the power lies, listen. Okay. This season, Berekum Chelsea lose 4 points to Kotoko in the Premier League.
Wow.
It tells you say, those say a different competition, but in terms of power recent times, you have to give it to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Berekum Chelsea, 1-1. But when they came, they won that game by 1-0. Yeah. It tells you say something unique. But apart from that, so check these 2 coaches now. Samuel Bodu and then Karim Zuto. Don't forget, say, before Karim Zuto to Kotoko, no a dreams coach. And they have played 1 game. And Obias, how much points, in the 2 coaches that move face on look, they faced once and that game never Berekum. And 0-0. It tells you, say, these 2 coaches are motion. The last time they met in the Ghana Premier League, listen, almost played points. Until let's see whether it can happen interestingly. But Kotoko fans know the tactical but Vicent. Sure. So check Karim Zuto. We coach Bakwa. He loves to develop. But Oba Kotoko, because of pressure, he's chasing results. Non check picture on your screen, Vicent. Zuto coach Bakwa percent build from the back. Okay. But Kotoko team Bakwa, the moment I'll build you philosophy and far pressure also. Into he's now chasing result into a footballer. On try and build it from the back, or you see long balls. Into Berekum Chelsea expects a lot of long balls anytime Kotoko are building up. Because the goalkeeper Kamara or football and I say, yeah, they are not going to build from the back into any high pressing planner, Sumubodi Babanovis and Enfa. But apart from that, so check any moment I born with Animuno. Zito love the mid block. Okay. Now, check a picture on your screen.
All right.
Where moment that was against Asafuk.
Yeah.
Now, the first two players, no, Kole Poko and Amwa, they are not in there to press massively. But with some limited passing lanes now, has to focus and open the balls, and then again, apart from the first two blocks, no, look at the 3-man block. I'm the priority in the midfield. It tells you, say, Karim Zito, apart from chasing results, are unbuilt from the back, no, in terms of giving you blocks or the amount. But apart from that, Adia Bakwa may say they can improve how they press.
Okay.
Listen, one pressing is very poor. Now, if they can project their poor pressing scheme, listen, check the picture away. This is how folk having the ball. But check the number of Kotoko players are almost tries to prevent the building from the back from us folk. But listen, there are spaces for us to build through.
Okay.
Oh, check a graph players are on the towers, no, Kotoko players. But look at the spaces are within which us folk can build through.
Yeah.
Inti Sokoloko air tries they can rely on building, and I say using high pressure they should offer a well coordinated press. Don't forget we are talking about Berekum Chelsea. Some likes of Zakaria Fusenimo, they can have the ball and move easily from the back line. But apart from that, listen, so check here. Karim Zuto prefer the 4-4-2 of the ball shape.
Okay. On
your screen. Inti Berekum Chelsea just say anytime Kotoko are not having the ball under Karim Zuto, this is the structure they offer.
So without the ball,
yes,
and the Karim Zito,
are you getting it?
This is how their structure is.
Indeed. It tells you say getting 4-man back line, and then again getting 4 wall in the midfield, and getting 2 players up for me very key. But listen, the funny thing is, despite Karim Zito preferring the 4-4-2, but listen, we call something minimal distancing.
Okay.
Now check the distance between the first line, second line, and third line. In the open nuclear players are almost running between the lines. Don't forget. Berekum Chelsea are having the likes of, Jeria free, and I said, Mishaka free. And then again, they have the likes of Jonathan Tukwemu. They can run in between the lines and cause a lot of troubles. Don't forget, Vincent Kuluaji, a very key player. And then again, so alongside Hubert, these are guys as a build on back line, say, they can exploit and move into spaces. And that's one thing I was saying, say line air 4-4-2, at least the minimal distance between the first back line, the middle back line, and the last one, at least they can make sure so they can close very good spaces, very, very key. But away from, Karim Justo. So check it, Berekum Chelsea. This is an open long balls,
using the long balls.
Yes, now check a picture away. You pick a long ball from the back. I took a contest born with Kotoko defender. But look at Amankona and then Michelle Freeze almost support to play now challenge airborne. In the Kotoko say their center backs to make sure say after contesting first balls, Berekum Chelsea having guys who can still contest second balls. So that's one key. So
when the second balls
drop here,
I was say Kotoko for away.
Yes, into for now 3 versus 3. But check it how our players are close to each other to pick second balls. But apart from that, Vincent, one player that was going to be a very demon, Steven Amankona. Vincent.
Against his former side.
Yes. The first one in 1v1 situation, Vincent. Or 1-on-1
1v1, yeah.
Amankona a beast.
Fantastic.
Into Kotokontia say, if I'm full backs when I say so face center back be 1v1 now. I'm very, very careful. But apart from that, so check out Amankona the same Amankona. Vincent, new position I want to say very key or a wide forward. Into Jackie Bowie, that was against Beckham United. Zakaria Fuseni Peja ball. And I took a flicky here. Checky baby, Amankona a winger, no checky baby. I open Jina or share ball. Vincent, non-drop.
Drafting into the middle.
Are you getting it? And what checky picture with Dina? Oh, you no. The focus was on the ball, but what time he says a ball is Sifoma and a 9 call. And Oshiazi is that with a very good goal scorer. In that thing said, Amankona is going to be very key. Apart from the 1v1 Vincent, Osanso moving into spaces, especially the center forward role, is something massive. But apart from that, wow name, Vincent Agyekulu. Vincent, or a guy about so a player about a typical press resistant. Vincent, check a picture with against Kotoko. Look at the players surrounding Vincent Kuluaji.
Fantastic.
The ball retention, the calmness, and the kind of presence I offer. The industrial ability is very key. Also energy no one doing. Inti player back one midfielder. Kotoko will be battling against a branch of first service and Kuluaji. But again, so check here. Counter break. Kotoko Misramo. Some of high line. Omuhe
on a counter no.
Jonah Tukwe or peace.
Okay.
Michelle Gafri or peace. Steve Alonso peace. And these are the three top men. Some of them tell you soon they can give the counter situation. No, listen. A very, very key and against, I mean, Bechem United, almost is at the on your screen. As a defending team, you have to get more men within your line. But check this picture. Berekum Chelsea getting more men, making sure they can support playing our carry ball because every counter situation, you must get a support and a source of self passing ball too. And this is a player, a branch of Meshach sprint. Among sprint, they have a lot of options to pass around when they are in a counter break. Listen, look, based on how I can do to air so focus, no. Kotoko Vrs says, someone to manage the league now, FA Cup there, they must go. And don't forget, proud to the season, almost signings, no African signings. And league, no baby, I do never send ever take a miracle. The only thing that they can do, Vincent, the FA Cup, but they are facing a tough side, not Berekum just aside, but coach Samobodu, and on him how to play against Kotoko. Now me feel say, me personally, Sankaye Oguma, where coach Bakwa is some that nerves to rock shoulders with Mobodu head to head. And even in the league, we saw how he managed to win against, Berekum Chelsea and Mobodu. So I believe, sir, Karim do so no, Chelsea results.
Okay.
But Vincent, this is Berekum Chelsea team man. Understand the know and players are almost so matured. Very keen in the game. And I believe that it's going to be very tough there. But listen, to be honest, based on how Abodu actually class a FA Cup or a winner, no, I won't be surprised if some Abodu sales to, but Kotoko are having the men and then the history and then in terms of the character to do it. And then again, the coach, they are likely to be blessed by a coach or a winner in the FA Cup. So I think say tactical battles in the amateur, but individual also play to show. Against us, we saw how Baba Yaya still in show. No, how Fernando Bassimo take advantage. Berekum Chelsea just go on the white. Ebia, so the boss attack mu fullback some bread inti. Say Saka Dodo and I say a branch of friends say Fernando Bass investor too. Exploited the fullbacks of Berekum Chelsea team. But listen, a tough game, Steven Amankona always trying to prove a point against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. The back line, somebody now and yes, it's going to be disaster. But let's see how Poku is going to fare against the defenders of Berekum Chelsea. And then again, how Baba Yaya finding that form against us whether they can bring it back. Maka several times a player back who are still on penny do to Kotoko fans, Baba Yaya. And I believe that he can build that confidence from that El Clasico game, no, then to this one, and we see back. A very tough game, but I think Sesmobu is having a little edge based on history, based on standard, and based on how we're willing to always leave a legacy. Even Media Macron, he was leading the table crowd before. COVID-19, whatever. So, he left numbers, and he'll be willing to at least, if not win the league or play top 4, he will crown the season with at least an FA Cup for Berekum Chelsea. It will be interesting for them. And I think it's something good, Vicente.
Well, since taking over as the interim manager of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Karim Zito have trusted Mohamed Kamara as his safest pair of hands, of course. And then you want to say Mohamed Kamara, goalkeeper for Kotoko, on say Justice Blair, captain, and Sambo Neil Ejinamua, Mewacho Saka Dauda, and so say Elvis Che, and so Ewo Henry, Kwame Ansu, and so Ejinam Patrick Asiedu, Albert Amua, Baba Yaya, of course, Danny Ekan Wasem, and Rosin Tim Manu, and Kwame Opoku, Wemone say Adiama Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Good evening, Sports Master. Kotoko is winning 3-0. I am Obatain Lennox from Accra, Nima. Kotoko will beat Berekum Chelsea by a lone goal. Fifi Juaso, Kotoko 2, Chelsea 1 from Frimpong, Christopher Jamase. I am Kelvin from Unsuta Beposo, Kumasi Asante Kotoko 3. Chelsea 1. I am from Tony Best, Barbering Saloon inside Anya. My darling club Kotoko is going to win by 2-1. Greetings to all my customers. Ibrahim from Sehi. We also Amankona Stephen 2, Kotoko 0. Amankona versus Kotoko. Wow, so lovely, and I will be there no matter what. Okay. Good evening, Globe TV. My name is Anda from Masin Kuwa. Kotoko is going to win. Greetings to good afternoon, Mr. Benson, the sports commander. I am Shaggy from DBB. Berekum Chelsea will score Kotoko 2-1. I have this message that goes like, Globe TV, my name is Bright Yaboa, watching you live from Accra. Kotoko is winning by 2-1. Hi. Good afternoon. Fantastic analysis by All Standard Globe TV. Berekum Chelsea will surely eliminate Kotoko this afternoon. This is Moro Mumuni watching you live from Bupe, the Savannah region of Ghana. Hi Globe TV. This is Oscar from Masin Asaman. Thank you so much for telecasting all matches for us. But I think all other sports stations need to close. Kotoko 2, Berekum Chelsea 0, Omega, Kunsu, Asante region. Atasika is my name. Kotoko is winning this evening. Fabulous. The last 2 seasons, Amankona Steven has been phenomenal and the best player by all standard. But most of you people have been quiet about him and his form. And I can easily say that this is unfair to Amankona because he deserves better, or because he's not playing for Kotoko or Hatsafok. Globe TV, Kotoko will beat Berekum Chelsea 2-0. Couple from Ajina in Kintampo South. Okay, good afternoon, Globe Sports. Kotoko is winning this game from Tepa and Susu from Honorable Sule Bobo. Good afternoon to all Kotoko fans. Kotoko is going to win by 2-0. And happy Mother's Day to my wife Safia. Okay, boss, please, I'm Akwasi Born Tough. Akwasi Born Tough, watching you live from Asante Mampon, New Daman. Boss, please, come what may, Krobia will win 2-1. Inshallah. Greetings to my lovely wife. Hi, Vincent. Kotoko will win by 2-1. This is from City. 2 City inside Sankore. Hi, good afternoon, Globe TV. Kotoko 2, Chelsea 1. This is AK-47 Latte Akuapem. If Kotoko fails to win this game, it means there will be no Africa next year. Let's pray for them. Or for Chief Nkinkasu. All right, and what's and I home right back. I ever heard now if you had to walk near the game, no Abro. Kotoko against Berekum Chelsea live from TNA Stadium. Ewatakwa. I home back.
That is Samuel Buedu. He knows this place very well. He's coached Midiama SC. He's got the fans in here. And so, although Midiama SC is not in here, and while he is doing it for Berekum Chelsea, the fans would want to see him win against Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Prayers always leads the way, and these two sides are calling on their God at this point in time because that is back in the house of Berekum Chelsea. Mohamed said with centre back action, heads go up, it is headed down, who is there? It eludes everybody. Albert Amo in the mix trying to get that ball, but still grumbling, twisting and turning it. Chimeno finds Ansu. Kotoko still on the attack. This is the first chance. Elvis Chepaswa threatens Edu Emmanuel.
Yes, and an advantage for Kwame Poku. He knows how to do this. And if Berekum Chelsea are not careful, Kwame Poku will punish them. But unfortunately for them, it was an offside.
Game continues here. Edu Emmanuel will send it to his right-hand side immediately. Ball still in the half of Berekum Chelsea. They are moving it around, trying to build their momentum. Hubert Joe is sent it back and is held back into the half of Kotoko. Jonah Tukwe. But Jonah is brought down and Kamara will take over for Kumasi. Asante Kotoko quickly sent it to Justice Blade. But referee Graham spots an infringement. Jonah Tukwe could not get up after he was brought down.
Over elaboration, he had the ball, he had many options, one to his right, one to his left. We thought that he was going to go for either side, but he decided to go solo, then crash into the defense of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That's how come he's riding in pain. Well, we just hope that it's not that severe, but well, he's been attended by the medics and we'll see how things will go there.
Temporary hold up here in the first minute of this game. Already both sides have threatened each other, and we get to see what happens. Jonah Tikwe on his feet. I can see Lawyer Safuduku, Communications Director for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, seated and watching on Kili. Nidako, also a part of the communications team here at the Takana Bosu Stadium, clearly sending that all-important signal for you.
Indeed, Kumasi Asante Kotoko well represented here. They've got all the team here. Indeed, and they want to really get to the final and see if they can go to Africa and make themselves proud. Kotoko is all about Africa.
And the numbers are encouraging as well here.
Yeah.
Jonah Tukwe has been held aside. Ball to Justice Blade. In the half of Kotoko, he sends a long one across to the other side, head goes up. And And they'll restart the attack with a doing with that. Will be a foul. And the referee Graham will call that one. It was a foul on Esiedu. We've done close to 3 minutes. Manuel Edu will take all the time while still calling on Seidu. Finds him again. Seidu racing forward. Who is coming for that ball, gets the center line, finds a field. There's accident.